You want your trunk to look this beautiful and this functional? If so, keep watching. Well, this is all the tools in the car, and we're going to try to figure out a way to organize them a little bit better because it's a little chaotic right now. So we're going to figure out a better system.
All right, so the idea here is just to unpack everything and take an inventory of everything we have. And you can really see the true chaos that we have here. Everything is just piled on top of each other. It's impossible to find everything. It's horrible. We don't want that. Our goal is to get a nice clean system where we can access everything easily, right? I don't want to start a project and then be scrambling around looking for my tools. I don't want to have to completely empty out a tool bag to be able to find the 10 millimeter socket at the bottom. I want everything in a nice, clean, accessible, functional storage unit. So that's what we're going to try to do here, and we're going to see how it ends up going.
Oh yeah, it's the best tool right here. Got a fork with two prongs broken off. Used that one time to remove a spark plug that was very tricky to get for some reason, but it worked. So the plan here is to get everything in a pile with other similar tools to try to get some type of system started out. Here we go. Look at that, complete set. That's nice. Another one. As you can see here, hopefully I can catch this properly on the camera. This guy's shot, we're replacing him with a new one. So that is now a complete set of adapters and swivels. Love to see it. There's one that's shot, so sadly, got to get rid of that one. These are going in. Complete set over here. Very good. This must, I guess that works. Alright, we're starting to make everything make sense a little bit more. We've got our sockets, At least most of the sockets over here. Got some bits, some more sockets. Pile of wrenches, some, I guess, PPE and tape. Brushes, miscellaneous, various hand tools. And this is our more tire patch, I guess, save a thread section as well. And, of course, the fork. Got to have a fork. So now we're going to figure out how to make this work with the Husky bag. What is this? Bosch bag, and got an old tackle box here. The shelves have been removed. I used them on a different project, but I think we can get this to work for something once we clear it out. Maybe put some type of dividers in there, and I think that'll be great to hold some stuff. All right, there we have it. Tackle box is cleared out. Good to go. Decent amount of room in there. So we're going to figure out how to put all this in those two bags and this box in a way that makes sense and is not crazy. My goal here is to have some type of system where all tools are easily accessible, right? I think that makes the most sense because then you spend less time looking for crap and more time actually working. I know this is kind of a crazy angle and you probably can't see a whole lot, but we're working in a very tiny porch. The camera right now is set up on an old exhaust pipe. So hello up there. We're working, trying to figure it out. Bear with me, all right? Here we go. So I'm thinking, start with these wrenches. There's a lot of wrenches and it doesn't make a lot of sense right now. I'm getting confused just by looking at it. Break these puppies loose. Okay. Might use that for something. My goal here also is to not buy anything. I have a lot of crap lying around, so I think I can hopefully do this for completely free. Free is good. So you got this nice little wrench. I guess bag. Kind of put these boys in. A little bit of a tight fit. We'll get her done. Put all these in here. Get some organization going on. Maybe I'll speed this video up so you don't have to hear me ramble. Okay, I guess the way this roll works is almost like a knife roll, where you just roll it. I guess. Okay, that's not bad. I think we can probably do better. It's like a little SAE burrito. Got these random wrenches as well. Break those suckers loose. Hyper tough. I despise these little plastic things. There has to be a better way. Even if that way is something like a tin can. I don't know. Maybe that's what we have to do. Or I got these old boxes. could potentially... I know that was really loud, sorry. No, similar wrenches in one. This is not going to work, is it? I doubt that. And then this one, we also have some similar wrenches. There you go, that works. Still not sold on this. So, we could do... Let's see. What makes sense? Maybe in this tackle box. I'm going to need to make room for it. Maybe in this tackle box we can do sockets and that kind of stuff. Another thing I like to think about is what am I more likely to grab? The regular socket kit or the drive deep impact sockets, the deep impact sockets? Probably our regular kit. So I want to have that closer to the top so that it's easier to access. Put those down there. What else? I know we got some more impact. Here we go. These also, deep dish. I don't know if we're going to use them that often. That's looking pretty good. Maybe these can just stand up here. Hopefully not fall over. You're not going to believe that. It's a perfect fit. Nice. So I'm thinking... Great. We'll get that later. Maybe a couple more of these suckers. I think this is all I have. Put all these right here. And just load these up. See if that fits. It's a little tall. It's also, I'd say a perfect fit. So this guy right here, 7/8. Don't know if we're going to use it all that often. We can kind of just tuck it in there. Maybe do 3 to a container. Not sold yet, but that's nice. Can pull that out, check what you're looking for. Don't have to go digging at the bottom of the tool bag. And what I'm going to do with this is keep this because that may be useful for something at some point. So I think what I'll do here, take these out. Take this mat, put it down there, safe storage. It's going to come in handy eventually. There we go. This is a car kit. I mean, this is all the tools I have for vehicles. So I usually just keep it in the Crown Vic because that thing loves breaking down. It's a good fit right there. What else? Those are considered sockets. Find a spot for them. As long as everything is visible. That's my goal. That I can instantly look and see what I'm actually working with. I don't want to dig to the bottom of this stuff to find my tools. Okay. What could that be used for? A little short. Got to think about brushes as well. Get some type of system going on for that. Maybe just making stuff up as we go. Believe it or not, that's eggshells for the garden. Little cup here. Check this out. You don't need to buy anything. Ever. Just make stuff up. Great. Back. Got brushes, potentially could also be stored in here. Though I'm not a huge fan of that. I think I'm going to save that for something else. Comes to sockets. Get an extension in there. Oh. I'm thinking those might go in the Husky bag because there's little compartments in there. I think less is definitely more. Okay? Last thing we'll throw in there is this little bit set. Okay? Go ahead and get a close-up of this. I'm not kidding about this exhaust pipe, man. Look at me. See this? I'm going to show you what we're working with here. This is insanity. Yeah. There it is. All right, this is the wrench box completed. Give you another look at that. Look at that, beautiful. Now we're gonna figure out where we can put everything else. And I'm thinking we can probably just put it in this Husky bag over here. All right, so you can see in this Husky bag, you got some different compartments on the inside as well as the outside. Hopefully, we can just fit all this crap in there. I think I might just put that in there, just like that. Starting on the outside, do some pliers, as well as a screwdriver. Those are accessed pretty often. This guy right here, find him a spot. What else? Needle nose on this side. Do these on the inside over here. And again, our goal is to have everything easily accessible. So we're not looking around like a crazy person trying to find one tool. Vice grips you can put on the outside. That guy in there. Sadly, I think we will end up with a decent amount of garbage just in the bottom there. But we're going to try to limit that to not a lot. The fork. Keep that fork. Right here. This guy. I don't think I need 3 of those. That one's already open. That's crazy. Let's see. Let's see. Zip ties in the bottom here. This guy can find a little pocket on the inside. Same with our little patch kit. Now if you want to get kind of a close-up over here, we're not looking too bad. Relatively empty so far. So we should just be able to fill this in with some less used items. Tuck that in there. Got a little pocket for the hose clamps already. This, I'm not putting back in there. That's just random bolts. We don't need that. One pair of safety glasses. That. Put this in the bottom. Hopefully I never have to touch these again. Oh boy. Might need a pencil at some point, who knows. Still looking decent on the inside. Put one mask in there. Some masking tape. This skate tool. It's not for the car, so we're going to keep that out. Safety glasses. Funnel. Should be the final touch, actually. But this guy. Put that in there. Torque wrench in there, as well as the funnel. You know what? I don't like that torque wrench in there. We'll just throw that in the car. There we go. Pretty decent. That's lightweight. Alright, we're going to clear out this table and see how everything looks. Wait, hold on. The brushes. Let's get a close-up of this. Oh yeah. Put these brushes right in here. That nice cup to keep them all together. Oh yeah, we're in business, baby. That's perfect. Alright, let's see how this all looks when it's all cleared out. Alright, this is our finished product. I think it looks at least a little bit better than what we were starting out before. We're going to call it quits after we do a quick little tour. You can see I'm getting sweaty. It's getting dark out here, so we'll get into it real quick. Starting out with the tackle box. This is where we got our sockets and wrenches in a pretty simple system. Not too crowded. That's what I like, okay? I don't want everything to be packed in here. I want to easily be able to say, hey, I'm working on the O2s. Where are my little guys at? Boom. Both are right here. Or, hey, I need my impact sockets. Boom. Right here. And I don't need to move a bunch of crap to get to them. Wrenches are right here. Sadly, this one was too tall for the thing to close. But you can hang out right there. So that's super easy, not that heavy. Over here, we got miscellaneous gear, right? But it's all still easily accessed. Got a ratchet, extender, spark plug piece, got some different oil filter wrenches, needle nose pliers, vice grip, scraper. Boom, on this side. These are probably the most access items, at least the pliers and screwdriver. A fork I only use one time. We're just keeping that there for good luck. Check the tires with that. Super easy to grab, or if you need to cut something to get it open. You don't want something like this or your screwdriver to be deeply embedded in your system, okay? That's bad news. You're not going to be able to find it. You're going to spend a whole lot of time getting frustrated looking for it, and that's not what we want. So, tomorrow, I'm going to put this all in the trunk and probably do some other light cleaning on the trunk, and we're just going to see how it all fits together. Hopefully, this tackle box fits in there because we haven't tested that yet, but we're playing it by ear. Best part is we haven't spent any money here. Just doing some general organization, reusing old stuff, you know, those things that you hold on to for way too long that your wife tells you, hey, we got to get rid of. Well, I told you so. We're using it now. All right. Thanks for watching so far. We'll continue tomorrow. Here we are at the Interceptor. Trunk is still a mess, but you can see we got the tool containers kind of sorted out. But we're going to clean this up and make this look a lot better. Here we go. Here we go. Got the paddle. Very important. Push that up there. Throw in a koozie for good measure. You never know when you need that. So it's looking better. Most of the items that are often used, like tools, jack stands, and the scissor jack, very easily accessible. And you got some boots and a skateboard down there. Don't really use that ever. So that's just there, just in case. We taking up this oil, and this little oil we can toss in here too. It'll fit. We'll take that up. We don't need that. And got some vinegar here for cleaning various things. You can find a little spot. I know it doesn't look that much different than before, but I think it looks better. Cool.